What if I told you that you've been underestimating your IQ, or worse, that you've been taught it can't be changed? They don't teach this in school. Not at 16, not at 25, not even at 60. For decades we've been told intelligence is genetic, fixed at birth, locked in place, out of our control. But the lives of the most intelligent people in history tell a different story. Charles Darwin was an average student who hated memorization. Thomas Edison was expelled from school. Albert Einstein was considered slow as a child. His teachers believed he lacked intelligence, and yet they reshaped human history. So what changed? It wasn't sudden genetic activation. It wasn't hidden genius finally switching on. It was habits. They changed how their brains worked. Today, we're breaking the myth. These are habits that research now shows can grow intelligence. Habits brilliant minds practiced long before neuroscience had language for them. These 5 habits don't magically increase IQ overnight, but they refine it, upgrade it, strengthen it. Let's begin. 1. Deep thinking without input. We're taught that intelligence grows through consumption. More books, more podcasts, more biographies, more information. But neuroscience shows something surprising. The brain becomes sharper when it's forced to think without input. There's a system in your brain called the default mode network. It activates during abstract thinking, long-term reasoning, insight, and creativity. Einstein didn't just memorize equations, he performed thought experiments. He asked, what would happen if I chased a beam of light? What if gravity bends space? He walked alone for hours. No notes, no calculations, just thinking. Modern studies show that people who regularly engage in undistracted thinking score higher in problem-solving, reasoning, and creative intelligence. Here's how you practice it. Read something, then close the book. Close your eyes. If you're reading about lightning, imagine watching it from the International Space Station. Ask yourself why charged particles accumulate in clouds. Push the idea further. No chat GPT, no search engine, no input. At first you'll feel bored, then uncomfortable, then insightful. That discomfort? It's your brain stretching. 2. Struggle before help. Most people rush to check if they're right. They want answers immediately. They want validation. They want matching confirmation from a book or the internet. It feels satisfying. But that instant relief weakens learning. There's a psychological term called productive struggle. Your brain strengthens when it tries, fails, adjusts, and retries. Benjamin Franklin trained himself this way. He would read an essay, put it away, and then rewrite it from memory. Only after struggling would he compare it to the original. This forced his brain to retrieve, reorganize, refine, and rebuild. Modern brain imaging shows that struggle activates deeper neural pathways than passive explanation ever could. That's why instant solutions feel productive, but disappear from memory. Before asking for help, write your best answer, even if it's wrong. Struggle isn't proof of low intelligence. It's the process that builds it. Your brain doesn't grow when it's handed clarity. It grows when it fights for it. Nahasha 3. Writing to think, not to record. Most people write to store information. Intelligent people write to clarify thought. Leonardo da Vinci didn't write polished essays. He wrote questions, diagrams, fragments, contradictions. His notebooks weren't organized. They were exploratory. Writing forces your brain to slow down. It reveals gaps. It turns vague ideas into precise ones. Writing by hand improves understanding more than typing or just reading. Because writing isn't copying. It's thinking made visible. When your hand slows, your brain must organize the chaos. And organized thought is deeper thought. Start a daily thinking journal. Not, what did I do today? Instead ask, what do I actually understand? What confused me? What still feels unfinished? Intelligence doesn't grow by collecting thoughts. It grows by examining them. 4. Building mental models. High IQ individuals don't just know facts. They understand systems. Charlie Munger called it building a latticework of mental models. Psychology teaches bias. Physics teaches cause and effect. Biology teaches adaptation. Economics teaches incentives. When your brain learns across domains, it becomes flexible. This is called transfer intelligence, the ability to apply ideas in new contexts. That's why polymaths dominated history. Modern research shows that learning across multiple fields increases fluid intelligence, your ability to think clearly in unfamiliar situations. Intelligence isn't just knowing more, it's connecting what others keep separate. Learn one concept each week outside your field. Not deeply, just enough to understand the structure. Your brain becomes smarter when ideas start connecting. Number 5. Deliberate memory training. Memory is not separate from intelligence. It's the foundation of it. Nikola Tesla could visualize entire machines, rotate them mentally, and test them without building them physically. Ancient scholars trained memory intentionally. They understood something we forgot. Sharper memory creates faster reasoning. Techniques like active recall, spaced repetition, and visualization don't just store information. They reorganize neural networks, and organized networks think better. Studies show memory-trained individuals develop denser, more efficient brain connections. Recall before review. Explain ideas without notes. Teach what you learned. Memory is not talent, it's a trainable skill. Number 6. Protecting cognitive energy. Intelligent people don't think intensely all day. They think deeply when their brain is ready. Charles Darwin worked only 4 to 5 focused hours per day. The rest was walking, resting, reflecting, sleeping. Your brain upgrades during recovery. If it's constantly overloaded, it can't restructure itself. Sleep properly. Move daily. Get sunlight. Allow boredom. Boredom isn't weakness, it's recovery. Final verdict. You can't upgrade IQ through hacks. There are no shortcuts. IQ improves through intelligent habits. The sharpest minds in history didn't chase intelligence. They built environments and routines that made intelligence inevitable. They understood something most people miss. Clarity isn't downloaded, it's cultivated. If you want to think clearly, learn at a controlled pace, and strengthen your mind over time, stop consuming endlessly. Start engineering better habits. Information fills the brain. Systems shape it. Build structure first. Let intelligence grow inside it. If you stayed this far, thank you. 6 minutes of your time isn't a loss. If even one habit changes how you think, that's your return.